Hey there, welcome to the channel. Today I'm going to do an unboxing and a review on the Dewalt DWE-4011 Angle Grinder. It's a 4.5 inch angle grinder, and just going to unbox it, see what's inside, and then do a little review on it. So check it out. Even give you a grinding wheel. So as of lately, I've just been trying to, any new tool that I get in the shop, I try to make a video on. So I know this might not be the most exciting video, but it is something that I did need. Unless I missed something, I didn't see a actual wrench in there. Huh, that's strange. There's usually a wrench to be able to get this nut on and off. I'm a little confused on why it came with this Allen wrench, but first I'm gonna go grab my old grinder wrench and see if it will fit this or not. So normally this is the type of wrench that you would get for your grinder to be able to take the nut on and off. So this one does fit, but I thought maybe that was for the guard. The guard is the one touch. You just hit a button and it rotates, which is pretty nice. I'm gonna go Google this and see what other people have to say. Okay, so I just got back from doing a little bit of research on the internet, and I figured out what the hex key is for. Normally with all the other grinders I've ever used, I normally have a wrench like this. And while it does fit, it doesn't fit very well. So whenever I opened up the Dewalt box, they gave me this hex key and I couldn't figure out what it was used for. Normally the nut that I've seen on any other grinder just has 4 regular circular holes. Well, this grinder, on the nut, it actually has a hex in it. So you actually put it inside the nut. 2 of the holes are hex and 2 of them are just round. So the hex key actually goes inside and you're able to twist and loosen the nut. That had me a little confused when I first took it out of the box, but this apparently is just the way Dewalt does it. I've never had a Dewalt angle grinder, so I'm not sure if this is something new or if they've been doing it like this for a long time. I don't know. I definitely didn't know that. Even sitting here looking at it, that never occurred to me to check the nut to see if it had a hex hole. They just looked all the same just by glancing at them. So hopefully this will help some of you guys out there. If you do have a Dewalt grinder or you're thinking about getting one and you wonder why they didn't give you the regular spanner wrench, that's why. So now that I figured out what the wrench is for, I'm going to put a sanding wheel on here, a flat disc, and I'm going to clean up a part that I need to weld. I need to remove some paint. So I'm going to do that, and then I'll let you guys know how it works. Just a quick little tip: if you need some sanding flap wheels and grinding and cut-off discs, I ended up getting these from Harbor Freight. I know they're not probably the best or the cheapest, just walking into a store trying to buy them. But a little tip to save some money: if you buy them in this combo pack, I think it was maybe $8 or $10 for 5 cut-off wheels, 2 grinding discs, and 3 flap wheels, which are 36, 60, and 120 grit. Compared to buying these individually, where they charge I think like around $4. So definitely a lot more cutting wheel or sanding wheel for your dollar. Try this Allen key out. I've never used one of these to tighten a wheel. So press the lock in the back. That works pretty nice. And pretty much everybody has just a hex key in their garage, I would assume. So if you do lose this little wrench, you could just use your hex key. Well, they don't even give you this wrench, but wheels installed. I normally like to put the handle on the left side. It's most comfortable for me, so you could use it either way. This quick, I call it a one-touch guard. It's pretty nice. There's just one little lever right here. You could push it and then you could rotate the guard. Another reason that I chose this angle grinder is because it still has the traditional switch here. Somewhat traditional. You push it up and then there's a little lock button and it locks it. If you don't press on the top of the switch, it won't actually lock. It'll just slide back and forth. So I like the switch being up here instead of being back on the back here where the bigger angle grinders have the switch. It's just really hard and awkward to hold that switch on back there. It's just not comfortable. So that's why I did end up going with this one. So if anybody's watching this that is subscribed to the channel and seen my last video, this is actually going to be part 2 of the work table build. Always make sure your switch is off before you plug it in. And another thing, always make sure when you lay a grinder down that you always lay it down so it's not face down. Sometimes if you leave the switch on or something, malfunction in the switch, if it's face down and you plug it in, take off and end up hurting you, hurting somebody else. So it's just a little tip of the day. But like I was saying, if you are subscribed to the channel and you saw the last video, part 1 on building the ultimate work table, this year I'm going to be working on part 2. That's what this is. It's part of a jack, outrigger, I guess you could call it. So that's going to be coming up next. Might try to get this grinder video up today, and I'll probably hold off on part 2 of the ultimate table build. Not sure how many parts it's going to be, but like I said, I want to be able to get the outriggers on, which would be part 2 that I'm working on. And then I also want to get some power ran to this, because right now I have to run and grab an extension cord, where I'm hoping to just have a little pigtail that I can plug into an outlet, and then it'll give me full power here on the table. That way I can plug in on either side, have room to move around. Some other things that are going to be coming up for this table, I'm going to put some grinding wheel holders on here, something to keep all these nice and tidy, so something to keep all my wheels organized. Getting off topic here. I cleaned that up really quick. Okay, so thoughts on the angle grinder so far. Made a mess. Definitely seems like it's made pretty well. Definitely way better than anything you'd buy at Harbor Freight. This here you could just tell the gears inside don't have a lot of slop. I've had other angle grinders that you fire them up and it sounds just absolutely horrible. This here's not too bad, it's not too loud. But that's pretty much just a first initial review on it. Pretty much time will tell with angle grinders. Most angle grinders are good when you take them out of the box. It's 6-12 months down the road where you actually see the quality after you're done using one day in and day out. So it'll be interesting to see. I've never actually had a Dewalt angle grinder before. Like I said, I was actually going to get a Hitachi. I've had a couple of those in the past and they've worked out pretty well, but they didn't have any in stock and I needed an angle grinder today, so this here was my choice, this or a Porter cable, and I ended up going with this. 3-year warranty. So that's pretty much going to wrap it up for this video on the unboxing and the short initial review on the Dewalt angle grinder, and it's going to wrap it up for why'd they give me this Allen key. So now you know. It's to take your disc nut on and off. If you did see part 1 of the Ultimate Workbench, stay tuned for part 2. Like I said, I'm working on the outriggers. I got a lot of work to do on this. That video will be up here in the next couple days, so stay tuned. Like this video if this video helped you out in any way, and be sure to subscribe for more videos to come. Thanks.